Boom, this is it. Keep it twisted with the Twisted Tea best post-race show ever. We're using the party chair, and I knew there was only one rider, maybe ever, that's going to be cool enough to sit in this thing, and it's Jalek Swoll, because you don't care. You're cool.
In the flesh.
Yeah, man. Look, you called fans out on the podium. They cheered you. I'm like, he's cool with the chair.
Yeah.
I honestly didn't even think that you'd be racing at this point. You got a podium today, but you've been good at the other 2 races too.
Yeah, I've been good. I think I would have loved to not ate on the last lap of the Southwick, but yeah, I mean, I consider that a 5th place finish on that day too. So yeah, we've been in the ballpark.
Yeah. Would you were good last year. You had a podium. You've won races before.
Yeah.
But do you actually feel like you might be better already now than even last year?
Yeah, just not my damn business. I don't got much time on the bike, so it's
crazy.
These motos are hard, brother. But we're digging. We're digging.
So it's not as easy as you're making it look. Like, it is tough at the end.
Hell no. I was digging.
Props here.
I was digging.
Mitch. Is there any residual, like, is it just fitness cardio, or is it like, nah, the leg isn't quite?
No, it's just race pace.
Yeah.
Race pace is just different. Like, you can't replicate being it is easier at the practice track now that I have teammates. Like, we are racing.
Yeah.
But when you come out here, like, you just have to open up a new you a little bit.
Okay.
And that is what takes a minute to get back when you come back.
I see. Last thing, has the team done something for starts? Because all of a sudden, bro, there were like 3 of you starting up front. Or did it just happen?
Come on, you know me. Huh?
You're not even.
You know me.
You're not
I've always been a start guy. I don't know why I'm not considered a start guy anymore.
No. You did, but also 2 other triumphs. Jordan Smith never gets good starts outdoors. He didn't.
Smitty had 4 plates before that moto, so Smitty was getting the traction. That's what it was.
Is that what it was? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So maybe it's you, not the triumph, or can we have like a percentage?
We have a mutual partnership.
Okay. Well, congrats on the podium.
Yeah.
Will you be the only guy in this chair? We're going to find out next week if someone else will jump up there. You can go.
I own this.
Oh,
is mine.
Please. They're hoping someone will pack it up. And his media guy, Aaron. Show who his media guy is.
This is my test guy. He got me right. He did my testing. He got my testing done. I didn't even ride this week. He rode my bike, got me ready.
It's just lightweight.
Styles Robertson, everyone.
Yeah, get in
We're
there.
just like stepbrothers. Do the work during the week for you.
Yeah, black and white crew.
That's it.
On that note, they're out.
All right, see ya.
Good job. Hey, so I'm going to keep it right here. We got our buddies from VetMX hanging with us every year. Thanks, John, for rounding up the troops, literally. John, what did VetMX have going on today?
We were out there with our tent, that's supporting the racing, and then also just trying to get new members and let our program know that we have throttle therapy for active duty and everyone outside of the military. So you're trying to fill that void where outside you get that brotherhood and sisterhood. We allow that along with the throttle therapy, and then it's kind of cool because everyone rides a different bike, and there's different branches in the military, so we get to talk fun and some smack against different brands. If you ride a Yamaha, I ride a Husqvarna, that's kind of fun. And if you're Air Force, I'm Army. We got that, but at the end of the day, we're all here together for the love of the sport, and it just helps with our recovery coming back, stateside and all that.
Anything that can be done, and motorcycles help. You won a Moto Hero Award? This is his? Oh, this is cool. It's something they do at GNCC, something they do at some of the pro motocross rounds. Tell me about your service.
I was in the Air Force for 6 years. I was 3 years down at Wright-Patterson in Ohio, which is just south of us here at RedBud. And then I spent 3 years in Colorado, and then I did a tour in Afghanistan. So.
Okay, well, we salute your service, Moto Hero. Thanks for VetMX for helping. We're going to get to the press conference here with, Jalek Swoll will be in this one in the 250 class. Congrats to you, Joe Shimoda, for the win.
No, just riding same, like my fitness same. Everything's about same, but start. So, yeah, like I was honestly more stoked about start than just winning a moto. But yeah, good for Honda, and it was a really good day.
Not really. I mean, we came in with the mindset of just trying to get some top 10s or whatever. I knew, like, from the way I was riding in boot camp that I had unlocked a new level of speed that I feel like I could compete with anybody. But when I went down with the Achilles, I didn't see it. I got back pretty quick for what the injury was, put a lot of time in, and yeah, honestly, I didn't expect to, but when I got back at High Point, I knew when I got closer to 100%, I could be up here. So I fully believe that, and I just didn't expect to be able to run up front at like 80%. So, but that's no knock. The guys are obviously ripping, and everybody's fast right now, and everybody's fit, and I think that's where I can really start to progress is when I get my fitness back. Like, my fitness is not there. I'm like really digging the deepest I've ever dug in these motos just to finish. And then after Southwick, I obviously was running 5th, and last lap had that crash, and had some other stuff happen, but wasn't able to ride this week. So I just kind of just been making it harder on myself this whole time, but for the most part, I'm proud of the progression, and I can only really get better from here. So it's exciting.
Yeah, they want to see me prove it. They want to see me be consistent. I mean, they're a top team, and they want people who they can count on for championships, and they want me to be a consistent podium guy and show that they can count on me, show that I'm competitive and ready to fight for wins. And and so it's a fine time right now for me. I've been on this plan to build, and part of that means that I wasn't as good as I am now during the early bit of Supercross. I wasn't as good as I am now during the early bit of outdoors, and there has been a lot of testing and development. I think that I took the bike in a bit of a different direction than a lot of the other guys, and and so I think it's just about building, and now they're seeing the results and they're seeing the plan come together. And I think that a few months ago they weren't seeing it. So stoked.
Okay, welcome back from the presser. It only makes sense that we're hanging out in front of Honda because they were the title sponsor of the race, and then they kind of owned it. It's Mitch Kendra here joining me, Jason Wygant, and it was a good story for Michael Mosman to make the podium, good story for Jalek Swoll to make the podium, but the rest of the day was all Honda, and Deegan had some problems that really opened the door, and Shimoda's been close, kind of ready to take advantage.
Yeah, remember this was a race last year. Deegan ran into a little bit of issues and opened the door for Chance Hymas. Hymas is gone now, but yeah, Joe Shimoda won one day. His first one day came, I think, 2 years ago at the finale. So I asked him in the press conference, which we could show it.
Yep.
But hopefully he has momentum to carry this into the next couple rounds.
Yeah.
He said he likes the East Coast kind of technical stuff, and he said he likes Southwick. He's always done well at Southwick. It was just a good 1-1 day for him. Good starts, good speed. Like last weekend, he had the bad start in the first moto at Southwick. Charged really hard in the second moto.
Yeah.
Today just seemed much easier for him. Like it just seemed flowing, and he's won motos here in the past, won an overall here in the past. So it was just a solid day from him. There was no kind of chaos I feel like he'd had the first couple weeks were good. Then he ran a little bit of trouble there.
Yes.
But smoothed it out this weekend.
It's all because of the starts. But look, they say history is written by the winners, and it is, because we're talking about Shimoda. We're getting started, bro.
How is it?
Better hope I don't have any problems. It is good, though.
You do.
The shoes are a problem.
The shoes are a problem.
problem.
It's like everything's good, and then the shoes, every time.
We know where the cameras are picking up. If they don't go ankles down. It's Jacob Hayes. Are you clean? Are you clean? Oh, okay, no problem. I'm gonna get buffed. That's Loretta's national champion last year, Jacob Hayes, also agent to the Stars.
Honda.
What's that?
He won on a Honda.
And he
right?
did win on a Honda. So history written by the winners. Joe Shimoda does have the 1-1. Deegan had his problems at crash in practice that only our man Tom behind this camera actually caught for real, so good job, Tom. But your guy, Mitch, was a huge Levi Kitchen guy back in the day. Now you've kind of checked out, you're doing a good job of being unbiased. But in his younger days, you were all about Kitchen. Let's be honest, it could have very much easily been Levi Kitchen's day.
His riding style is so cool and different. Like I know Jed bounces around a lot, but he stands up so well into the turns and stuff.
Yeah.
And then I saw him crash twice in a matter of literally 2 turns, I guess.
Yeah.
He came around, went over the berm, washed out, got up, tipped over in the front,
Yeah.
or in the first turn,
Yeah.
tucked the front, then got up and went straight to the mechanics as his wheel was bent. And I couldn't even count the guys that were passing him this season in the mechanics.
Yes.
He lost I don't even know how many positions. I couldn't get the lap timing to work, but a lot of positions.
He
But
came
yeah,
back to 19th. It's crazy. He actually got points.
Okay, yeah, I didn't know where we was
Yes.
at,
But he could have won.
Yeah.
Like, he was fast enough. He finished second in the first moto. He was fast enough to beat Joe in Moto 2. I understand that ifs and buts are candy and nuts, but he's riding well.
Him.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
I mean, Marchbanks,
oh my
I don't
God.
know, again, I don't know the exact finishing positions, but I saw he was like really far back in the first moto.
Yeah.
And I was just like counting guys, he's picking them off like he's going to get the hard charger no matter what. I saw he was up to 17th and then left timing cut out on me, but he was like literally dead last. And like a couple laps that he was 17th. I'm like, that's been their thing. Like, I feel like I was actually talking to Lux Turner. He was battling Avery Long. Him and his teammate were battling. And then I was like, dude, you guys always battle, and the PC guys, there's always 3 PC guys at maybe like 4 positions, or like 4 PC guys in 5 positions. Yeah, Kitchen could have been there, didn't happen.
We'll find out in the 250 class if there's momentum, or is Deegan just going to shut everybody down next weekend? We'll find out. Let's switch to the 450 press conference. Once again, the Lawrence brothers 1-2, and good job by Justin Cooper in third.
Well, the first thing came to mind was get the F up and get going, because this ain't going to be the place you want to be staying. So, just like normal, just kind of evaluate the situation I'm in. All right, I went down, asked too much for the tires in that one section, and get up. All right, where am I at? P18. All right, we'll just kind of, the guy can see them right there. So I think it's going to be a little harder than obviously Moto 1, but we'll just try and just stick to our lap times and see what we can do.
Yeah, I seen him crash, and I just focused on my race. That's pretty much it. Honestly, it's not that much that goes through your mind at the point. It's like first lap, so there's still a lot of race to be raced. So just probably the same as what everyone else saw, and go Jet's on the ground.
Yeah, I mean, kind of the way he's been riding, it's kind of expecting him to get up to the lead there. I was battling with Jorge there, and just really wanted to get to the front and start leading to try to get away while I could. And feel like once I got out to the lead, I put in a few good laps, and my bike started making like a big noise in the braking bumps, and I kind of slowed down because I didn't really know what it was at first. And after like a lap, it ended up being my front brake disc guard was loose, and it eventually fell off. So everything came back to normal, but it was definitely scary there for a second. And the pace was hot for me to get up to the lead and then try to sprint away, but got a little bit tired there at the end. But had to regroup, and just overall it was a good moto for me. Felt good on the bike all day, and comfortable, which is important and goes a long way to keep making that progress.
Okay, that's 450 podium. There's a million stories beyond that. First of all, Chase Sexton returned, not on the podium. Results were not necessarily great, but he showed signs. Second moto, I just talked to him before this. You can watch it on the Weed Show. Jet passed him, and he picked up on some of Jet's lines, and he honestly stuck with Jet for a while, and I thought we were going to have a battle there.
Yeah, and then I think he ended up going down. I couldn't see from where I was, but I knew he made up a lot of time on those guys.
Yeah.
It's good to have him back at the races, because he's a champion from last year. Like, he's going to hustle late in the motos. Yeah, just another thing that fell over and then just lost so much time and positions, and he was gone from there.
And then Eli Tomac had a bike blow up while running third in the first moto, and then Aaron Plessinger was sick, didn't even race Moto 2. So that changed things quite a bit, but still we had another Jorge Prado sighting.
Wow, yeah. That was a lot better, too, because
and
everybody's wondering, all right, sand last weekend, and his comments were still not quite there, but then another good start, because I feel like the beginning of the season they were kind of holding him back. They didn't want him to get out early and get taken over really quickly. But dude, he had a lot of strong motos, a lot of strong laps early in that moto. Good start, like lines look good. Tomac going out with a bike injury is frustrating for the fans. I'm sure they were going crazy when he was coming around. And RJ Hampshire, dude, shout out to RJ Hampshire. He was really good in the first moto.
That's right.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys in the mix. We mentioned the 450 podium. Those guys, it was like a 250 podium from a couple years ago. It was always Lawrence brothers and Justin Cooper battling like 2021, 2022.
Absolutely.
They had a lot of good podiums together and good races together. So yeah, it was a fun day.
Talking to Oscar Izzucchi for Prado, he said bigger changes this week than any other week. He was reasonably optimistic that it would actually translate on race day. It did for a few laps. I mean, he still ended up way off the pace by the end, but maybe this is a positive sign that Prado needs. Yeah, the fans would have liked to have Tomac or Plessinger or Sexton up on the podium. Didn't happen, but Justin Cooper doing what he does, man. He's been rock solid and closing in SMX points. That was RedBud. Crowd was awesome, as usual. Racing was even better than normal, with Jet coming from 18th to 1st. and Honda ruled the day. So a good one.
Yeah, real quick again, I didn't even know how far back he lost positions. Like
Yes.
timing couldn't pick up, and I saw he dropped a couple back, and then when he said 18th, I was like, oh my god, no way! Like he was
know.
up there, then he fell, and he said, yeah, I didn't help myself at the start, and then I went down, and he's like, you better get the F up because that's not where you're going to finish. And then he charged, and I was like watching him again, and I'm like, here he comes. Can't tell exactly positions, and I'm counting in my head, and somebody gets back to the lead. It's like, what are you going to say at this point? He's just.
I know. I was wondering if he could get the overall. Instead, he just won both motos. So good on you, Jen Lawrence. And he's being worked on there. He's done. He's actually done with his Doc G work, so he's headed to the airport, and so are we. Thanks for watching. Twisted Tea, keep it twisted. Must be 21 or older. This is real brewed iced tea with a kick. Enjoy your 4th weekend, everybody.